Alrighty. Getting just about ready to go here. Say if not ready to go. And what we're dealing with today is an old save that I am going to revive. You know, we're gonna pretend like none of it happened and probably tear all of it down because it's all garbage and needed to get tear down anyway, which is why I started a new save in the first place, and go from there. And it already has trains unlocked on this save as well, so we don't have to worry about running through the tech tree for the early game stuff that we've all seen and done a million times. So we can get into mid and end game content and you know, do fix miss without having to worry about unlocking certain things or having to, you know, go through a bunch of tech trees. Unfortunately, this save has never done hard drives, so we won't be hard drive hunting. What we're going to be doing on this save is what it's intended for. It was initially titled Learn and Burn because it was about learning how to do stuff and throwing it away. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to keep learning how to do stuff in the end game and then throw it away and do it right on the next one, which will be either another save uploaded to a dedicated server or a brand new save that we all start as a community with, you know, some people coming by and doing the things. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and hop into main. Do not forget that you can customize the music. What music we listen to is completely up to you, because there are now channel point rewards to redeem for said music. So if it's too loud, let me know. Not loud enough, let me know. And you can now choose between hard rock, rock, which is what this is, and blues and jazz to have those three different music types, or we can go with in-game music, and I have a no music option as well. So it's I believe 500 channel points to do that request, but since you know, viewers are not super common live, because I haven't been streaming for very often, and also it's Satisfactory, I don't have a huge following for this game yet. Hopefully we'll get some extra people, but you know, if you come by live, ask anyway, and we'll probably change it unless I'm having a vibe. But if you use the points, then I'll definitely change it. But if you don't have it, you know, don't worry about it. You can always ask. But this is the save. This is my very first Satisfactory save ever. In fact, I'm gonna go into video here, back to full screen. Not there, we go. Oh wow, ultra settings too, did not know that. Okay, cool. I didn't know we had it on ultra, but I guess it's the server side stuff. It could be a little bit smoother, I think. Why don't we turn that down a bit, just to make it a little bit easier. We'll go and just put all that down just by 1 to help that. And the max FPS we're gonna put up to 144 because that is my monitor, and the view distance we'll put to far, and we'll apply all of that. Why did that sound like the Discord? Hello. Why is it saying I guess 164 is fine. Did I get a message? It sounded like the Discord little hi, or like someone joined my call, but I'm not in a Discord call. How did that make it worse? Why is that worse now? That's what? Okay, that's why is that? I guess we'll just put it back and use better graphics, or I don't think the server liked me changing the graphic settings that way, because my game just decided to not respond. Yeah, it's the game. The game's not responding. Oh shoot. Sorry, that's gonna restart the music loop. No, I'll just change it. I'll just change the music. Yeah, the game decided to not respond anymore. The server the server had a little bit of red go on there. Didn't like that. Yeah, the server crashed. Yeah, the server crashed, and that crashed the game. We're gonna have to restart both of those. Apologies. We're gonna restart the dedicated server, restart Satisfactory, and get back to that because that didn't work. Let's get we won't change the quality settings. Apparently that's a no-no. Didn't like that at all. And also, as a heads up, dedicated servers, even on vanilla, are definitely new. You know, they're not like finished by any means. You know, like that it's gonna have issues regardless of what we do. And on top of that, my computer has not done it. It hasn't like I get a lot of warnings when I run a dedicated server because it still can't detect the NAT type. It is still working even though it can't detect the NAT type, but I don't know how well it would do with someone else joining it, and I don't know how well it's going to play overall. But what we might do, because this server is just not having a great time right now, we might I just saw a bunch of red happen again. So it did exist, and it did let me load into a game until I changed the graphic settings, and then it did not like it at all. So I'm gonna give it a chance to finish this and see if it can recover, and then I think I might delete that save from the server and re-upload that save to the server to help the graphic settings get pushed back. I don't know if that may not even be a thing. But we do have an idea. I did load into that save, and it did go okay. I was told that loading a save into a server was a little iffy and a little rough, and that it didn't always work. And well, not that it didn't always work, but that it was buggy. And so it was best to create a new game for that thing. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. That worked out. Average tick rate 30, sure. Okay. That seems to be okay. And that was today. We should have got 2 autosaves already today. That's good. Okay, maybe we'll just do that then. Maybe we'll just join the game, not worry about it. Maybe we'll just keep going. We'll see how long we can play without a crash. If it crashes again, we'll just play on the save locally and not worry about it. But this save does have trains. The trains actually just crashed as well, so we can go look at the wreckage and see what they were carrying and figure out how we're going to handle this. But my idea was to relocate into a different area of the map, and we do need to start with nuclear tech to learn how to do that and how to figure out that whole route. And so relocating to a place with plutonium, or rather uranium, would be a good idea. But at the same time, there are drones now, so I don't really need to worry about going to a place with uranium, because drones are really easy, and I don't like I want radioactive stuff next to my big base anyway. And I have had a lot of fun building in the Northern Forest, so I think in order to check out the rest of that biome, we might just build in the Northern Forest, because there's a lot of coal over there too, and I've built over there before in that little pit in the northern forest between the desert and the forest, and there's a Caterium node and like 3 coal nodes, and it's pretty helpful and pretty useful, and I've built there before. So I kind of want to go back there, but at the same time I have a save with that already built, but that save just isn't as advanced as this save. This save has like computers and stuff unlocked. The other save doesn't. That or we like just got there. I was taking that save way slower because of what I was trying to have that save become, and this save I can just make a bunch of mistakes and not care. I'm gonna go ahead and put, okay, there we go. Yeah, so the graphic settings did save, but I'm putting those back because it did not like that at all. Now I'm going to cap it at 144 and confirm. Because it did not, yeah, that's better. I don't know why, but that's better. Or is it? Oh, and there's the world grid now, so I can fix this. This was like update 3 when I made this save initially. You know what? Can we look at the dates? Oh, maybe not here. Session settings. Private. Hidden. Okay. Okay. Well, we're not going to worry about bringing people in here yet, but I wanted to see if we can see where the last save date was, because that is the last time I played this save was how long ago. I think it already showed up on chat. You guys could probably rewind the VOD to when we were on that page and see how long ago that was and post it somewhere to let me know. But that is what we had going on here. This is a really big... I'm going to show you what I did to Ron and what we've got going on here. So what we have going on over here, if I remember correctly. Oh, hold on. I forgot. I have the game on off. My bad. Okay. What we have going on, I was wondering why I couldn't fucking hear anything. That's why. Dedicated server. I'm happy about that. Okay. So that is that. Wow, that's takes so long. Is there a way to speed that up or like what? Because that's so slow. That's a screw factory. I think that whole place should only be making screws. And we've got 3 lines of just screws coming from that building over to this building, and then we also have, I believe that is rods as well. We have rods and we have screws coming from that building. There's no alternate recipes being used at the moment on the save. Like I said, I didn't hard drive hunt on the save almost at all, if at all. I don't even know if I have any alternate recipes on, any alternates unlocked. But that all comes this way on these belts, and so this system is, you know, shooting that down to wherever I need it to go. What do I have on my? I don't have any of them. Oh, my hand slots are not being used either. Thing. Oh, I had the gas mask on before. Okay. Weird, but okay. Why am I so low in health? Okay. Right. So we've got Hyper 2. This again, this is a mess. All right, don't do this ever. This is bad. This is very bad. So I believe what we have going on here is segmented production. So this is like the less complicated stuff, and the more complicated it is, the further down it goes, kind of thing. So what I thought I could do in my initial setup, and this has gone through several iterations if I remember correctly, is that I thought you could just get everything in one big factory, and so it's going linear. And so as you go further this way, the items get more and more complicated. And so I'm, you know, like but sometimes you have to ship in items because you need them in more than one spot, and so I have made a belt highway on the ends to bring in screws to all the places that needed it. But then this is making stuff. I don't even know what. What is this making? Crystal oscillators. Waiting on quartz crystal. I don't. That's probably from the train, and the train just broke. So that's not going to be making any more of those. This is making heavy modular frames. Okay. We have a decent amount of those. I think actually, funny enough, I think this save existed before the Awesome Sync. Oh, hey, what's up, Ice? Believe it or not, I think this save predates the Awesome Sync. So I don't even think I have any items being synced. I don't think I have any tickets. I don't think I've done any of that. And in fact, I can check if I have the ladder. No, this is all basic stuff. There's nothing. Oh, the railings are no longer in the shop. You can just make those now. Oh, wait, no, never mind. That was always the thing. Oh, but you have all the frames now. You don't have to go into the ramp. You don't have to. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Hey Clover, what's up, my guy? Hey, thanks for coming by, man. This is satisfactory. You just hit Platinum Arenas. Oh, for sure, dude. That's neat. Oh, I do have drones unlocked. Oh, that's cool. I've never built those before. Oh, there is the awesome thing because I have the Cyber Wagon. So I've definitely unlocked stuff in the thing. I don't know why I don't have the ladder, but the Cyber Wagon is not a unless they put out an update that you just get it. That should be in the awesome sync, and in the awesome shop. Let me build this real quick. I have no tickets. I don't think I've ever. That's been purchased. Okay, no. So I have there. Yeah, okay. The walkways and stairs. Yeah. So this does not predate the shop. Oh, you and Clover are playing right now? Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. So this has. I paid 20 tickets for that. Oh my god, that's gonna bite me in the butt later. But yeah. Okay, cool. No, so there definitely was some stuff in the sync. You know, I think maybe I started it before the shop and then I just unlocked stuff when the shop came out. That might have been it. I do think this save might have actually predated the thing. I feel like I need to make the trains work again, but I don't feel like making that a thing. And what I was thinking about doing was just literally deleting all of this and ripping it up, and then taking all of the materials and either sinking what was super cheap, sinking what was super cheap and what I just didn't have room to store, and then taking with me all the expensive stuff and using that to rebuild in a new area, and just kind of tear all of this down and then redo it right. You know, beside the screw factory I did do right. That I'm proud of, and that I stand by. But literally everything else could just stand to get deleted like now. So what I think I'm gonna do is at least for this area here. This area needs. There are other factories on the map. I want to point that out. There are other factories on the map. We've got a train collision over there apparently, and there's some trains derailed over here as well. And you know, we have explored a decent amount of the map. There are other places that we have, you know, gone to. I've got hypertubes going to all that stuff too, but this area specifically just kind of needs to get ripped up and taken care of. So that is, I think, what we're gonna start this episode with and start this save with. Oh, there is a sink. Okay, cool. I've got some sinks. That actually does do damage to you, by the way, just in case you didn't know. That will do damage. And we can also focus on Fixmas as well. I'd like to do the holiday event, and I don't have to worry about you know, I've got everything unlocked for the holiday event, and I've got everything I need in this area to do the holiday event. So I think what we're gonna do is we're going to set up a lot more of these, and just kind of come down here. I should have concrete over here. Yeah. And I'm just gonna set up a bunch of awesome sinks, and then we're gonna put a bunch of storages next to it, and we are going to, oh my god, just kind of get to deleting here, and we're just gonna take all this concrete. There should be a decent amount of concrete here. Yep, decent amount of concrete. Cool. I'm just gonna grab some of that, and I don't have parachutes. Where am I gonna just put where am I putting all this stuff? All this stuff has to go somewhere. Where am I putting it? I could get rid of this. This is for biomass, and I don't need that anymore. So let's just eat this, and we'll put down that infrastructure here. Oh, whoops. We did not mean to do that. Oh, we didn't mean to do that either. Okay. And then we're gonna come in this way. And you know what? oh god. Yeah, performance is not as good on the dedicated, because I'm running the server off of the same computer, which is why the performance is not as good, because it's doing a lot of work. My computer's doing a lot of work, rather. And it would like to not be doing all that work, but I'm making it do it. So You know, just because I'm not getting great mileage doesn't mean that it's not working or that the game is poorly optimized. I'm asking my computer right now, just for that, those that know. I have a 1060 graphics card, 1060 GTX, and I'm asking this game to run on Ultra and run a dedicated server and stream. So that, you know, that says something about the state of the game. You know, like it's in a very good state. It's very polished. I almost never get bugs and stuff like that. You're boxing in arenas? Oh, that's fun. So yeah, you know, don't be too critical of this save, or of this for doing what it's trying to do here. And you know what? I'm just gonna let those clip. I'm not even worried about it. I'm just gonna let those clip. It's okay. We will get over it. And I'm just gonna put some sinks here. Oh, I need cable. Okay. Well, the good news is that we don't care about all this stuff turning off, so I can just do that to get some more cable. There we go. But yeah, I'm so glad that they put in what they put in here, because I would not be able to make that work if they didn't put in soft clearance. And I just want to say how thankful I am to the developers for putting in soft clearance, because I would not be able to do this if they did not do that. So thank you for making this abomination possible. And you have my gratitude. Okay, now next I'm gonna use industrials. Here we go. The snap to grid feels a little different on dedicated, but again, I'm not gonna worry about that too much. What do I have material wise? Okay, I can use Mark Forest. Good. Mark Forest is helpful. And I'm gonna just start dumping stuff in, so I don't need wood. I don't need any of that. I'm gonna keep the biofuel. The screws I can definitely dump. There's going to be plenty of screws those are getting made as well, so I don't need to worry about that. I don't need all of those, but I'm going to keep some. If I remember correctly, there's a decent amount lying around on this save. I don't recall, but that should be fine, and we're going to get more of that as we delete stuff. Plates and rods, I'm not worried about. Reinforced and not modular frames, I will keep. Motors, I'm going to keep. Wire, I'm not going to worry about. Cable, I'm keeping because I need to run power. Crystal oscillators, I'm keeping. That I'm keeping. That I will keep. Yeah, so the rest of the stuff I'm keeping, so we're not going to worry about that. So we're going to store all of that. I'm going to take the concrete and that and this and that. Actually, this we're going to do, so oh, that's right, it takes iron plates now. Okay, that's interesting. And I just deleted the iron plates, didn't I? Yes, I did. That's awesome. Well, we'll just delete that one so I can make this one, because that's how that works. What? Oh, it's on Zoop. Yeah, it's just not, it doesn't do it on one click now. I have to click twice. Okay. You know what? I want. I don't have the jetpack. I think I can unlock. I think I've unlocked Blade Runners. Let me go see in the equipment workshop. I should have here. There we go. Do I not? I can make. Oh, Blade Runners. There we go. Wire, modular frames, and rotors. I have rotor. I will eventually, but I think I do. I know I've done Blade Runners before, and it's like really weird for me. Like I have a hard time actually making that work, and with the jumps from time to time, I don't think I want to do that. but we need to start deleting stuff. So let's go over to the manufacturers and start deleting from that end back, and that'll make this easiest. Wait, what? How is ban AD a sex-based term? What are you talking about? You're playing Bangalore. It is quite fun. Yeah, I've had a good time with Bangalore. I've enjoyed Bangalore as well. But I want to do Fixmas too. That is something I would like to do. I don't know why there's two of them. Oh, because the right one goes to the train station, and then this one goes this way. I have to relearn this save. It has been a very, very long time I have been on this save, but it's okay. We're just gonna start deleting all of this. Here we go. Oh, that gift is still up there, huh? Can I get that? No. Oh, these are 1 meters. Oh, wow. I think the server just crashed again. Damn. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna play this without the dedicated server. It does seem like I'm gonna need another computer to run the dedicated. I just don't have a beefy enough computer to do this reasonably for both. So we're gonna go ahead and reboot the game on just itself. I'm not gonna worry about playing it on the dedicated. But this is the save, though. You know, we would like to do a dedicated server at some point for the channel. But it is going to take a second to make that work. I'm going to have to grab another computer to make it work. And we are going to have to wait a bit. I'm also upgrading my internet as well. So next month, I will have much faster internet. I'm going from 50 megabits down to 600 megabits down. I'm switching providers. It's actually the same price too. AT&T is charging me way too much for 50 megabits down. So for 70 a month, it's 50 megabits down. And that's going to be changing to 70 a month for 600 megabits down on Comcast. So that is what we're going to be switching to and getting the fuck away from AT&T. Very happy about that. And then on top of that, I should have another computer lying around that I believe I will be able to have run the dedicated server while I play on my computer without having to do both from the same PC and not have to worry about streaming and playing and stuff like that. So we're gonna load a game, which is Learn and Burn. June 26th, 2020. That was the last day I actually played this save. Yeah. And then that's today. I don't know how it went from 92 hours to that 125 now. It was 125 before today. But that is today. December 4th, 2020 is today. So June 26, 2020 was the last time I played this save. But yeah, we're going to go through and just delete a bunch of stuff. And get ready to redo this factory, because we just need to redo it. It's been needing to get redone for a while, and now that the trains are getting destroyed and everything, it's just time. You know, I don't want to mess with all the signals and stuff. I'm just gonna put in, you know, oh, I do need to mess with the signals, obviously. I don't have a choice, but I don't want to, you know, right now everything's on a single train line with a big roundabout in the middle. I don't want to worry about that. Like, the roundabout was fun and I love it, but it is not as viable anymore now that we have to do so much with trains. Now this, I should be able to mess with the video a lot more. And yeah, so this is, I'm gonna take this off of Ultra to help you know, get that a higher frame rate, better performance, stuff like that. I still do want to run it at 2K. Okay, that looks a lot different than it did before. Why is it so dark all of a sudden now? I guess must be the shadow detail at anything other than Ultra is probably not great. Texture quality I'm going to leave on high. DirectX 12, it should work fine. It was, I'm going to let them do that the way that they were doing it. The foliage I like to leave on high, the light quality, I'm sorry, the foliage I like to leave ultra. And then the render distance, I'm going to keep on far for now. But why is that so dark? That's weird. This looks way different now. And when did that get there? Maybe just because of me trying to put it on the dedicated server and on this, but the contrast seems super high right now. Why is the contrast up? So weird. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Alright, whatever. We'll just keep going. We'll just keep playing. I'll put up with the way it looks. I don't know why it looks that way, but it does, and we'll just deal with it. I'm gonna take the gas mask off. I don't want that fucking thing flashing at me the whole fucking time. Annoying as shit. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and delete all of the foundations too. Because we're just getting rid of all of it. I know some of you might be going, but like your poor foundations and how long did it take to do all that? Yeah, it took a while, but I don't want any of this here anymore. It's all bad. It's all wrong. Don't delete the hypertube. It just needs to go. There's a better way to do this. There's an easier way to do this. And I just need to move on and not deal with this anymore. And I am very excited to move on and not deal with this anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and do what I have been putting off doing since literally the 26th of June back in 2020. This is what I've been putting off doing. I started a new save instead of doing this because of how annoying it's gonna be and how much needed to change, and I don't like what is going on with that right now. That is so weird. Why? Why? That is just the weirdest thing to me, that this is so dark. Why is it so dark? It doesn't need to be this dark. I don't understand. Is it the render distance? Is that what threw it off? Is it like a little buggy right now? Render distance? Put that to ultra too? No? Man, that's so weird. I can't even see anything going on down here. I don't want to play the whole thing with a light on, but alright. Yeah, we'll get rid of those. And we are going to dump those, and we're gonna dump yeah, just get rid of all of that. Actually, I'm gonna keep a stack of that just in case. And that one not on. This one should be on. Yeah, it's on. Is that not connected the right way? There's stuff in there. Oh, it's just hard to see. I'm dumb. Okay, this doesn't have anything in it. Okay, cool. What are we dumping in you? Maybe nothing. Oh, the wire and the flowers and the quartz. Not worried about the quartz and the plastic. I'm not worried about. Okay. Cool. Oh, you know what? What I'm also not worried about is encased industrial beams. There's plenty of that. Not gonna worry about that yet. That is the wrong thing. This is the right one. Yeah, I've got some over there too. You know what? I should be worried about that because I'm not gonna be making any more of those, and I want to be able to use Mark IV belts, so I am gonna save all of those. I am gonna save those. And then heavy modular frames, obviously gonna get saved. Modular frames gonna save. Some reinforced iron plates I'm gonna need to save. The cable I'm gonna save because I don't want to deal with all that, but I'm gonna keep a stack on me in case I need to use some. Motors are saving, power shards are saving, and that's about it so far. So back up to deal with that. I'm gonna have some stuff on me just so I can construct a few things and not have to worry about it. In fact, I might even just start deconstructing down here. No, leave all that up. Just got this way up over here. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. We're gonna go over here and start deleting. I guess I do need to get rid of that hypertube now. Need to exist anymore because it's not going to reach that far. So fuck it. Bye-bye. Oh wow, that's I forgot about that subfloor. This is a great design idea, by the way. I just did it poorly here. I didn't think of it until this save. But that's a good thing to do. It's just done bad here. How's my inventory? Oops. Oh, we're getting pretty full. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, I do have multiple hotbars in this save. Okay, cool. Been a minute since I've had to deal with that. Nothing has storage, though. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and make a hotbar with that, because I'm just going to store some of this stuff here while I delete the rest. Wow, that's a lot of wire. Okay. Put all that there while I get rid of this. I don't want to make all those little boxes, but I still want to keep deleting stuff, so do this real quick while we get through it. This is going to take a long time to delete. A lot of screws. Oh, there's a... Hold on. Let me get that box before I delete, because that's be a pain in the butt to get if I don't. Oh, wow. Why is there so much in that? I'm sorry, what? You have no business having that much stuff in you. Okay. Well, we're just going to grab as much of that as we can take and then come back this way. Alrighty. There we go. Okay, there's just God knows how many screws that just need to keep getting dumped. And then we're going to go ahead and get rid of all that wire. And I'm going to keep the copper sheets. I'm not super worried about the plastic and rubber because that is at a different facility, and that is, you know, that's still getting automated and that's still getting made. And there's train stations filling up with that right now. So I'm not worried about that. This is a lot of reinforced iron plates, but I am going to keep those for now. I might decide I have enough and not worry about it, but until I know for sure, I am keeping them. Copper sheets are probably also getting made someplace else as well. Not worried about that. And if they're getting made here, then not a problem. I don't need to save that many iron plates, but I'm going to save some iron plates. And yeah, everything else looks like it's going to get saved. So we're going to go ahead and move over here and dump this off and get rid of... Oh, not that. There we go. Keep a stack just in case. Move some of the concrete over. Actually, I'm going to move all the concrete over. No, I'll keep that. And move the wire. And then we're going to go ahead and put that in there too. And those in there as well. And that should do it. And then we're going to go ahead and just make another one of these right next door. We can keep going because we're gonna have a lot of those guys floating around in order to get done what we gotta get done. Because this is gonna be a huge deletion project, and it's gonna keep a lot of materials sticking around that we're gonna try to save as many as possible. Screws we can always dump though, because we're producing a fuckload of them. So we don't have to worry about keeping screws, because those are gonna keep getting produced. Anything that's still gonna be produced not here, I'm not worried about saving. But stuff like this, that is not going to keep getting produced here. So some of that stuff I do want to save, but then most of it is just not going to because I have too much of it. Whoops, that's going to take damage. Oh, nope. We're fine. That one's basically full of 22,000 screws. And then that's just going to get dumped there. I don't need to save that much cable. So, and there's going to be plenty more cable that's we're going to delete along the way. So I'm not worried about saving that round of cable. We'll save some cable down the road, but we don't need that much cable right now. Oh, wow. Why is there a splitter clipping that? That's fun. I didn't think I did this save like that, but I guess I did. Coming up on full. All right, we'll go load off. Oh no, not yet. Let's not leave anything floating. That'd be weird. So I don't need caps lock on that. Wow, that was still going, huh? Still plenty of room left. Get it. Alrighty. Making pretty good progress on this. There we go. I'll just go dumps. Right, we gotta... Why is this one not working? There we go. Okay. I don't know why that one wasn't working. That's weird. Let's see. We're gonna save... Not saving concrete. Not saving wire. We're not saving screws. Let's see. I don't need to save... I mean, I'll start saving some of that, too. I don't think... I have a lot of these already. I don't think I need to save any more right now. We're gonna save some iron plates, but that's a lot of iron plates. Not saving plastic. We're gonna save beacons. Yeah, I think we're saving the rest of that, actually. Damn, that still has 20,000 screws. Okay, so that'll top off whatever is already in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and dump that, actually. Yeah, we're still deleting pretty much everything, so I'm not gonna worry about saving any of that yet. But we'll go through and try to organize this a bit better. Oh, how did I miss those? Hell. No, get those out of here. Oh, I remember having to do that. That was a pain in the ass. Yeah, those are gonna be pretty. Yeah, those are pretty full. So we already have a decent storage of all that kind of stuff going on. Ew, that's good. Alright, I don't know why I'm doing it from the bottom now. I don't know if any of that's bothering anyone that I suddenly changed from doing it from the top to now doing it from the bottom. But I don't know why I'm doing it. Sorry. Love to give you an answer on that, but I've got nothing. What is this even? What is this for? Oh, this was a vehicle bridge. That's what this was. This is a vehicle bridge. That is exactly what it was. So in other words, it is not needed or useful at the moment for what we are accomplishing here. Oh, actually, this bit kind of is, huh? This doesn't get back up top. So that bit was not, but this bit is. Good. Do I want to be up here? Yes? What the hell? I don't remember. I don't remember that. Oh, God. Okay. How many tickets do we have now? Oh, we got one whole ticket in that entire time because of how much this gets cost and how cheap everything that we're sinking right there is. That is how little we have accomplished. Let's just take the hypertube. It should not be this dark, by the way, for those that are wondering. It should not be this dark, and I'm not entirely sure what I did wrong to make it go this dark, but it should not be this dark. How is this? Wait, what? Why is... How did that happen? Well, rather, I guess that was always that way, but isn't that... Okay, I'm just confused. I'm just going to delete this, because this doesn't need to be here anymore. Oh, whoops. Okay, hold on. There we go. Oh, wait. Yeah, if I delete that, then this one doesn't here, huh? It's okay. I just don't know why the fuck it's so dark, but whatever. Yeah, so this is all gonna get as well, but I want to be all the way up there. Why I'm not all the way up there, I don't know. But okay. I feel like it was supposed to go. Hypertube was supposed to go all the way up to here, but then, and I'm a little confused. But okay. Or oh no, I just deleted so much that I didn't realize what I had going on up here. Okay, wow, I did not realize I had that many of those things. That's great. Okay. Oh yeah. Go me for doing things on this save and not remembering that I made all those. Yay. I just got very confused with what was going on over here, but this is actually all as intended. It's fine. I just didn't realize what how much I deleted. I didn't know I had deleted all that already. It was weird. It took so long to make that I was surprised at how fast it was, you know, getting torn apart. But it's fine. Everything's fine. The Hypertube did go where it's supposed to go. I just did not remember where that was supposed to be. Misremembered that. Oh, we don't want that line yet. That's gonna make us make little boxes. We don't want to make a box. There we go. Now we're making little boxes. Oh, you know what? No, we'll just sink it. The ores are worth like 1 or something silly like that. But we're gonna go ahead and sink it anyway, just to get the points and get the tickets, because we do kind of need them. To help us unlock everything else that we might want to mess around with. So even though it's not worth a lot, we're going to do it. We still want to get that sinking resource. And I think I'm actually going to start saving wire from here on out, because now I'm not producing anything else with those copper ingots. So now I do want to start saving some of this stuff. Copper sheeting I do want to save. The plastic and rubber I still don't care about. We're still going to delete that. The concretes I don't need to save at all. I've got lots of concrete. And screws we don't need to save at all. And then everything else I do want to save. Caterium and Quickwire, that should be being produced somewhere else. There's not a Caterium node here, so hopefully there's a storage somewhere that's getting filled up by that train, so I'm not going to worry about that either. And I'm going to keep saving the cable. But yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna snag a lot of this wire as well, because of the fact that we're not making any. Now that wire production has been completely shut off, so we're gonna save a good chunk of it for us to mess around with later. Even though it's easy to set up, it is just a quick way to not be so distracted and have to worry about it as much. And we're even gonna save some screws too, because we're gonna start relocating as well. So that's why we're saving all this stuff, is because we are going to be relocating, and we want to be able to relocate easily and not have to worry about setting up any kind of factory along the way. You know, we don't want to worry about that. I don't want to get too distracted from the main goal here. So that is what we're going to be trying to focus on. Yeah, and we'll go through and organize this better, because it definitely needs to get organized better. But we will do that eventually. But for now, we're not going to worry about it. And I should build a hyper tube there, up to somewhere that matters, but oh well. We have those steps, but I'm not gonna worry about all of that right now. Oh, I think I do have to take those steps. I think that's really a way to get up there now. Okay. For the steps. Ruh-roh. Did not mean to do. This is going to be a quicker stream too. We're not going to stream for a whole nother hour. We're just going to get some of this stuff done pretty quick and then move on, because we really are just focusing on the thing today. We're not going to build anything new. We can pick a location as chat, as a community if you would like. I'm pretty set on the Northern Forest. I really like it over there. And I'd like to keep building over there, but we don't have to pick there. It is also got a cool benefit of it being recently reworked, and so I do want to check out that area more. But for those that have been watching, we are starting a new save with my cousin Devin, and so we're teaching him how to play the game as well, and playing it with him, so to speak. And he doesn't need to be taught the game too much. He's picking it up very quickly. But we are going to be doing a game with him as well. So for those that do want to see the Northern Forest rework, don't worry about picking that location here for this save, because that location will happen. We will be playing there. It's just a matter of whose save it will be, and so on and so forth. And so it'll be a while until we end up with a save on the dedicated server that we're going to stick with for a long time, which is why I decided to do this. While we're letting dedicated servers get fixed and not be so buggy, and while we learn more as a player as well. We have a lot left to learn on nuclear and how to set that up and how to deal with all of that. There's a lot of cool stuff we haven't played with. We haven't played with drones yet or anything like that. And we've got the new train signal system, and so I don't want a lot on the line when I learn that. And this is going to be a really easy save, because its initial intent. This is, again, my first save ever for Satisfactory. This save was created for education and for messing around and making mistakes and testing out new different things. And so, I won't be doing a lot of the cosmetic stuff that you guys did not love in the previous workthroughs. I had enough complaints about how focused I was getting on the architecture that is not something that will be happening here. We will be focusing on quick and dirty factories with minimal aesthetics, because of what we're trying to get done and what the main goal is here. So for those that were hoping to see some really cool architectural builds, this is not going to be the save for that. And we might do a little bit just because I like doing that, and because I'm trying to I want to see more about what Update 5 is bringing cosmetically. But that will happen probably later, a lot later in this series, if we and I'm assuming that we're going to continue it. So that's going to happen a lot later in the series, and it is going to happen toward the end of the series as well. Because once we start messing with cosmetics, it's not going to be like anything huge or cool. Like, we're going to do like some stuff and do some proof of concepts and play with a few things. But any serious architecture work I'm not going to be doing, because I want that to be on a save that I'm going to keep, and I want that to be on a building that matters and is like important and big and was thought through and planned. The same way that a player like I'm Kibitz would plan a building. That is how I want that architecture and that time to be spent, not on some random building. That is not how I intend to play the rest of this save. So, that's not how I intend to play this save. So I don't want to waste that time. We are going to be thorough on learning, but if I'm going to be thorough in general as a player and make a really cool project or a cool building that I'm proud of, that is going to be on a different save. That's not what the save is for. Has never been what the save is for. I don't feel like making the save that. Although the support for saves has been great. If there is a save that I'm going to keep, it is going to be the save that I did all the hard drive hunting on, and that save seeming that this is actually working pretty well, not like super buggy for saves that was uploaded to the thing, uploaded to the server. Not like a brand new game session with that server. For how that was performing, I was actually pretty happy with that. There wasn't any like huge like errors or anything like that. Like it read the save file just like it was, just as if it was local. It's just the server had issues because of my PC and my setup and everything like that, not because it didn't run that save file properly. At least I'm assuming it wasn't because maybe it was. Maybe that is still an issue, but it won't be an issue forever. So when it's not an issue, I will be putting another save that I already have like 100 hours on onto the dedicated server, and we'll be using that save, which I've already hard drive hunted on because I don't feel like doing that again. And that will be the save that we like do some really cool shit on, that we like use as a 1.0 Satisfactory save, stuff like that. Unless something detrimental happens, in the future for Satisfactory, and they for some reason can't keep supporting early access saves at 1.0 or something like that, then of course we're gonna have to make a new save, and that'll be fine. It's an enjoyable game. I don't hate making new saves. It's been a while since I've done it. And it is a decent amount of work. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it's not a lot of work to make a new save and get it back up to where my saves are now, because it was 100 hours on pretty much every save for me to get my saves to this point. Maybe some of you guys do it faster, but that's how long it took me, how long it tends to take me. So I think maybe now if we really tried, we could probably do it in a good amount less. Maybe we could do it in like 75, maybe if we're super lucky and super fast, like speed running for us, maybe 50. But it's just not something I feel like doing over and over and over again. So I'm gonna keep recycling old saves and learn what I need to learn, and move forward the way that I can. And we'll go from there, and eventually we will do some really cool stuff, and I'm looking forward to doing really cool stuff on Satisfactory, but it's just not that time yet, and I am very eager for it to be that time. But I have a lot to learn as a player, and I would love to get to the point where we have some people from the community and some friends coming by, using dedicated servers, and helping make that progress, and all of us getting on board with a game plan and doing that. If I'm gonna do a huge project in Satisfactory again, I would enjoy it to be a multiplayer project. I don't think I want to do another huge single player project. I think I would like to build and play with other players. So that is what we're focusing on at the moment. Teaching Devin, seeing if we can get him into the game, seeing if it's this is something that he wants to continue to play and continue to be a part of his regular gaming schedule. And then once a week we can world build with Devin, kind of thing, and help him progress as a player and progress ourselves a bit more too, and get back into it. This is a game I put down for a little while, and I'd like to pick it back up and keep with it. So hopefully we do keep with it. Hopefully that is something that we can make happen, because this is a fantastic game, and I really do recommend it to anyone and everyone. If it's your genre, you're gonna like it. It's just the easiest way to put it. If you like factory games, if you like Factorio, if you like Minecraft, you're gonna like this game. I will be shocked if you play Minecraft and don't like this game. I'll be shocked if you play Factorio and don't like this game. Like, where you might notice like a feature or two that Factorio or Minecraft has that you wish this game had. Sure, you might notice a feature or two, but is it going to be so annoying and weird that you stop playing the game? No, you're not gonna throw away this game because of some feature in one of those games that you love, that you just can't stand to live without. Like there's nothing that fundamental, at least for me, that I've noticed missing from this game. Not even close. So that hopefully answers your questions. If you had those questions and were like going like, oh, maybe I don't buy Satisfactory, just do it. Just fucking do it. That'd be fun if that was like the Satisfactory like official motto. Like, do you want to buy Satisfactory? Just fucking do it. That's that's how they recommend their game. Just fucking do it. I would love that. That would make me laugh. I don't think they can go. I don't think they would go that far. But they've made some pretty fun jokes and stuff. But they typically don't get explicit with their material. But I love the puns and all that too. Like, it's a fun studio. Like it. I'm very happy with the sense of humor that they bring to the game and to the community management videos. I think Snut and Jace do an amazing job, and very happy with the community engagement, the communication, just like everything about what they've been doing is great. I don't think I really have any complaints about Satisfactory as a game. Well, you know, as an early access game, put it that way, or as Coffee Stain as a studio. I've never been happier with a game in a game studio and how they communicate and how they've talked about all these things and how transparent they are. Like, it's refreshing, and to have them bring the quality and integrity and dedication of the AAA studios of yesteryear is phenomenal, and I cannot get over how professional and dedicated they are to making this game the best it could be and making this game exactly what they want. It's incredible, and I will never get over that, because there's just so many studios and so many AAA games that are coming out that are not allowed to do that. They're just not allowed to have that vision, and they're not allowed to make those decisions and take the time and put up delays, or the fact that the Coffee Stain doesn't even like announce features that are coming out that aren't finished. You know, like they don't tell you about a feature that's going to be done in 6 months. Now they tell you in like 4, and then that 2 months down the road, like, hey, in the next update we're going to be putting this in, or like, hey, we've been thinking about this, or we've been working on this, and don't expect it anytime soon. Like, they very frequently and they very frequently have reasonable expectations, and they manage our expectations very well. And you know, it's commendable what they do and how they've been doing it. I'm a little distracted right now, trying to be like, yay, Coffee Stain, but I'm also trying to play the game, and that's proving challenging. Oh, okay, cool. Is that gonna make a little box? No, but oh wow, that's a lot. And again, now that we're not producing these anymore, we are going to start saving them more than we, you know, would have, you know, 5 minutes ago. Because now we know, now it's a finite resource now, right? So now we know exactly how many we're gonna have from now until I set up another factory, and that could and will be a very long time from now. A very, like, we're talking, you know, potentially, really? Don't. Man, update, yeah, it did. Update 5 is proving fatal for my game. Absolutely fatal. I've never had more crashes than with update 5. Wow. That's really bumming. You know, we'll go ahead and send a restart. But, you know, I trust Coffee Stain to get this fixed quickly. That's why I send them all the bug reports, too. I always hit send, because I know that they're doing something with it, and that they care, and that they actually check their Q&A website and take player feedback into account, and they communicate that they had player feedback and what that was and how they feel about it, or if it's something that they know they don't ever want to do, or if it's something that they agree with and they're like, hey, we are working on this. Do we know when it's going to happen? No. Do we know that we want it to happen? Yes. And they go from there, you know, and they had to tiptoe around dedicated servers for a while because they wanted to have it, but it was so early and so, you know, conceptual that they're like, you know, we can't tell them that we want dedicated servers because then they're going to get all hyped and they're going to think it's coming soon. And so they didn't. And so they just pretended like dedicated servers were something that they just don't have the resources and time to look at. And that it wasn't something that you should ever expect, you know, until 1.0. And they were like, hey, like, you know, like, it's a cool idea and we love that idea, but we're not working on it and we don't have time to work on it. So, by 1.0, sure, we'll probably have dedicated servers. Soon, don't expect it. And it was great. And because of that, they got to have this really awesome reveal moment with the Update 5 video, and they got to have a lot of fun with that whole golf segment and everything. And it was a blast. It was, you know, it was a roller coaster, you know, like we were so sure it wasn't coming that it was just like the edge of your seat on excitement, because who isn't going to be excited about dedicated servers? But then we also were recently told that like, hey, it's probably not going to happen. And then like all of a sudden, like hat trick, like, oh shit, we're getting dedicated servers. And then Jace has to be like, no, like you're kind of getting dedicated servers. Like, please do not expect a lot from us. Like, we heard you, we agree, it's fun, it's awesome, and we're happy to try, but they are not ready, and so please be kind. You know, like that. Like, I thought that was great. But anyway, yeah, you know, it's just because of how stable and how amazing this game has been from Update 4 and Update 3, and I think I played a bit in Update 2. Like, I've had maybe 5 game crashes up until Update 5, and now they're becoming a lot more frequent. But at the same time, because of how amazing the performance was, and because of how on top of community engagement they are, and because of how on top of this they are, and how much bug fixing and how much of this quality of life stuff I'm sure they've already put into Update 5, I am 0% worried about them coming up with a fix. And I know that it'll be as soon as possible. And I know that they're not going to mess around or take for granted the support that they've been getting all this time. And it's going to be fine. I know it's going to be fine. So I'm not going to worry about it. And you know, I mean, it's maybe a bit of a bummer for newer players that like just got here and they're like, oh man, like everyone told me it's so stable and it's so great, and like it's like, you know, for an early access game, you know, obviously, you know, hopefully they had some reservations about it because it is early access, and hopefully they didn't just go in blind assuming it's going to be as stable as a 1.0. But it is, you know, it is definitely early access, and this is the first time in a while that I've actually like felt the early access part. You know, for a very long time it did not feel early access almost at all because of how stable it was and how few crashes I was being and how great a performance I was getting. I was getting really good performance for a really long time, and I just genuinely had almost nothing to worry about because of how good it was. And now, you know, it's a bit different. Now there is some stuff to look at and some stuff to worry about, and it's not as amazing as it was, but it's still a great game and it's still very playable. And you know, maybe my save just doesn't like me deleting all this stuff, and you know, my computer has still been getting CPU freezes, and that's something that wasn't causing crashes before, but it could be causing crashes now. You know, I'm very, very quick to blame my hardware and my computer because it hasn't been performing the way that it needs to. And I went through and, you know, manually turned off a lot of the processes, the background processes, because I had 151 background processes, that were going on my computer, and I went through and turned them all off manually to try to help my performance, and it definitely freed up a lot of you know, percentage on my CPU. But how many of those are going to keep reopening, and how many of those I'm going to be able to permanently turn off? I don't know, you know. And so it's approaching a point where I am not confident in my PC's ability to stay that way and to stay doing what it's doing. So to be able to move the dedicated server to a different computer and play on a dedicated server and not have to have you know, maybe perhaps as much strain on this computer, or be able to you know, have my CPU freeze not affect the whole game, you know, to get it back to essentially using a dedicated server to get it back to what would have been my update for stability, where a freeze would have just been a little inconvenient and not, you know, causing me to have to restart the game. But again, not CopyStain's fault. I still think this is probably just my computer, and if I keep sending them bug reports, I'm pretty confident in their ability to deal with that. Wow, that was a lot of coal. Yeah, there we go. It's finally time to all of this, and I think we do have copper products somewhere on this line, but they're way back there. So I don't know how much of that we're gonna dealing with. Did these just turn off too? I think these just turned off because of where the power is coming from. So that needs to be connected over to there, or else we're not gonna have any power. There we go. And we'll dump that off. That's not even working. Oh, it's because this wasn't plugged back into the power. That's why. I'm dumb. Okay. And so we're gonna dump that off and that off. And then that's gonna go too, and then everything else that we're not saving. Everything else we're kind of saving. So we'll go top off the rest of the bins. There we go. Okay. And we still have a lot of concrete saved, so again, I'm not super worried about concrete at the moment. But wow, this is a lot of work that we're deleting, huh? Holy crap. This was a lot of work, like a lot of work that is just gone. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, that belt highway, we're just gonna delete all the way back to the top of that rock and then leave it there, because I'm not gonna delete that whole thing. We might keep stuff in this area, so we might just keep the belt highway. But for now, oh, you're kidding. Really? Don't let that be another game crash. Yeah, my CPU did the thing again. That's such a bummer. It seems like that is gonna, yeah, every time my CPU freezes, that's gonna cause a game crash. That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Well, I'll just keep sending those bug reports, and hopefully it'll get fixed, but that's such a bummer. Man, every time the CPU freezes, that is going to cause a crash. Man, that's disappointing. In my computer, by the way, not satisfactory. It's not their fault. That's a pretty big curveball to have to throw them when it comes to. So, you know, I'll keep blaming the computer. And the difference is that it's not an autosave, right? It's not, you might think, oh, but that's just the same as autosaving. No. I don't think it's the same as autosaving because the whole computer stops processing. Right, it's not like the game is paused and buffering until the autosave finishes. It is like the whole computer has decided, oh wow, that's a lot of stuff I have to delete again because it crashed. Oh god damn it. I was looking at this like, why is this back here? And then it's because we had a game crash and there was no save. So we have to re-delete this. All right. Yeah, so it's different than an autosave, right? In autosave, the PC is still processing and the game is just like, you know, going like, hey, hold on, like there's a lot of stuff going on. Stop doing stuff so I can catch up. Right? But what's happening with my computer is that the whole computer is pausing itself because too much happened, right? Like there's so many processes going on that it was like, hey, I can't decide what's happening and what to keep up and what to prioritize. I'm going to turn everything off, right? Like that is what my computer's doing. It is not the same as an autosave because everything is getting interrupted and put in like basically almost toward the force quit. And that's why I am being forgiving with what we got going on here. Because do I not have any cable? No, I have tons of cable. Why? Oh, because this one's plugged into that one. Okay, cool. So if I put this in here, it's gonna work? Yes. Okay, cool. Cool. So yeah, I'm more than willing to be forgiving with this kind of stuff because it's just, it'll be fine. I know it'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. It will be fine. And I trust them to take care of it. Oh yeah, that is pretty. That's really far back. Yeah, oh no, we did make this one. Make the third one. Yeah, we have a third one that we're gonna. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a fourth as well. But we gonna need it. And I do want to focus on Fixmas as well. So the very first thing that we're going to be doing on this save is the holiday event, because I've never done the holiday event. I've never focused on the holiday event. And I did a little bit of it, but I didn't really stick with it for very long. So I want to finish it this time, and not miss it this year. So I am going to be focusing pretty heavily on the holiday event once we're done with this whole thing. And once this is all deleted, I'm just going to rebuild a holiday event factory and not worry about like a factory and doing anything like serious on the save, because I want to mess around with the holiday stuff. That is absolutely number one, mess around with holiday stuff and finally do that event. How are those getting power over here? Yeah, they can't be. I don't know why they're still on. Can't be getting power. It's not from over there. Have to get the power from there. fast as that. Now we can. Cool. Definitely don't want any boxes up there. That would be a nightmare. I don't want to go up there right now. That's gonna take some time to get rid of, but okay. That's what we're here for, is get rid of all that stuff. I don't think we need to save. We saved a good amount. We saved a good amount of wire, but see how that goes. Try to top everything off. Yeah, cool. Those are still going and doing their thing. We'll here and deposit. Pop off whatever we had going. Perfect. And so we did have some wire that needed to get topped off. There we go. Copper ore that been brought from way over here. That can. Oh wait, what was over there? Oh, I think it was just the rest of my factory that we already deleted. About that. And that was, yeah, it's probably some copper over there. I'll leave that up. That way we can find it and see what's over there, because we need that when we're done over here. And we'll get rid of you and get rid of you. Right. Okay. Well, then there we go. That's everything over here deleted. Fantastic. Going. Just keep swimming. It is 10 o'clock though. I think we might have to end here just to get all this just to be able to not be up super, because I've had a lot of late or a lot of early mornings, and I'm gonna have to have another early-ish morning tomorrow too. So I don't want to completely destroy my ruin my day just because I wanted to keep deleting some stuff. But you guys get the idea about what we have going on here. Don't need to worry about that. Yeah, we're gonna be saving all that. Cool. I was gonna say, since it's dedicated, we could leave everything on and let that process and destroy, but it is not on the dedicated server anymore. Can't do that. Not possible. This is a local save now, because we had some issues with crashing on dedicated and performance on dedicated, so doing that right now. But I am gonna go through and that little bit and delete this little bit and get rid of all of this. Just get it down to the hub area over here, and I'll leave that hyper tube. Oh god. Oh, go back. Thank you. And let me get up here, and we'll delete everything up here. This is all concrete and stuff like that. Yeah, this hyper tube. Okay. This concrete line doesn't need to exist. The stairs, I think I'm actually we can get all the way up there. That actually, you know what? That can only work with the hyper tube. So I guess we're gonna be deleting that too. We're gonna be get rid of the hyper tube. Yeah, this is at an angle anyway. This is before they had the snap grid update, so I couldn't build this stuff on the same diagonal without deleting, well, without like running a foundation from one place all the way to the other kind of thing. And so because this got built in stages and yada yada yada, excuses, it made it a lot more difficult to do that, even though the same area. Some of the stuff was made long before the rest, and because of the angle I needed this factory to go, this was left out to dry, because if I had, if I went this way, I'd be running into the spicy rock, and I'm not trying to deal with the spicy rock. So that is what made the whole, everything else have to twist and this stay, the way it did. And I didn't feel like deleting this to make it fit. I just put up with the clipping because, again, this was a learning save. It was never intended to become anything super, you know, big or anything I attempted to be proud of. This was always about, you know, doing it as quick and dirty as possible, or learning the recipe, learning, you know, building mistakes, you know, figuring out what was efficient, what wasn't efficient, what caused space issues. You know, and this one wasn't very vertical because I was still very new and I wasn't comfortable with building vertically because I didn't understand how yet. And so my very first vertical build was that massive screw factory, and figuring out, you know, the layouts and the floor plan, and, you know, having to deal with all of that stuff, and not just, you know, make it longer if I needed more room. You know, it was a whole new world, you know, I had to figure out, and I did most of that on my own. I'm sure that there were some videos on the way, and, you know, when you watch content, you obviously you get ideas and stuff, but for the most part, I had to make a lot of mistakes to get that to work and be what it is right now, and it still likely could be a bit better. You know, we'll find out. We're gonna go look at it eventually, but it still could probably be better. I'm not gonna pretend like it's perfect. Oh, that's a freight car. Oh, there's more limes coming from all the way over there. Holy crap. Oh, wow. Alright, well, we'll have to go delete that, too. Right. And then that power is coming from the whole other side of the map. This is just powering those Hyper 2. We're going to keep in for now, so we're not going to do all that quite yet. Yeah, this can all stay. That's going to stay for now. That gets to all stay for now. That gets to stay for now. And then that's going to have to all get deleted too because the trains got fucked. So we're going to have to go and deal with all of that. But we could wait. We don't have to deal with that now. We could just start going to fix it Christmas now. We don't have to deal with all that stuff, you know. We could just we might do that. We might just and call it good here. Oh wow, that's almost cool. That one's almost done too. Wow. And we'll go through and organize as well. Okay, wow. Yeah, that's not as bad. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna put it over here, and I'm gonna go and grab all of, say, the concrete and pull it out of all of these. Grab all the concrete and then shove all the concrete in that one bin and go from there and keep organizing that way. So concrete and concrete in here. Don't see any concrete. Okay, cool. So that's all the concrete. And then what else is going to go with that is going to be iron plates, because now foundations take iron plates. So we're going to go through and grab all the iron plates out of all of these guys and keep going and see what else we can fit in that area. So, oh wow, a bunch of iron plates in here. Okay, cool. And then those are reinforced iron plates, so we're not dealing with those. So now this is going to be the foundation storage, and so if I ever need to build foundations, this is where I'm going to go. And so there we go. We've got a good amount of concrete backed up, good amount of iron plates backed up, nice and easy. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in all the portable miners as well, because I believe there's just few enough of those that we can make all of that fits in there. Ooh, not quite. Not quite. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and bring those power shards with me too. That tends to be something that goes hand in hand with the miners. So any power shards are going to go as well, which I don't see. So there we go. That's that'll deal with that. And there's not quite enough, but we can take some of those iron plate stacks and get rid of it. And now we're good. Look at that. Nice and easy. So next is this guy is going to get deleted, and next to this one is where we're going to put all of the I guess we'll do this one. That's what most of this one was. So we'll go ahead and put reinforced steel beams, encased industrial beams and industrial beams rather, and get all of that in one box as well. There we go. And that will give me Mark III and Mark IV belt material all in the same place. That will be nice and easy. Mark III and IV. That's even a little bit much, actually. So we'll just put just Mark III in there. That's not a problem. And then we'll just make another one of these. We just make 2 more of these, actually. Oh, can't make 2 more. Okay, that, and then we'll put encased in there, and then we're gonna put steel pipe in a mix between those. I'm gonna go ahead and grab all the steel pipe, and so there's all the steel pipe. Put the steel pipe in here too. There we go. So steel pipe in there. Oh, we have more iron plates as well. Because I forgot about that. I'm gonna go ahead and shove other cartridges in here, we might even grab those back and do this again. And then what I'll shove in here is the rods. I don't think I saved enough rods for that to matter. So we'll grab some rods. Actually, that we can just do rods. There we go. Yeah, or the crystal oscillator. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's plates in there. Okay, cool. There we go. Back over here. We did save enough rods for that. Okay, cool. That can get sunk. We'll and the same. What can we fit in here? Maybe we just won't put anything. That might be okay too. Or modular frames. Maybe modular frames can fit. Any modular frames in there? No. 50 and 100. Yeah, we can put modular. Fine. Frames, perfect. That should be all of that. Right. Okay. And then what do I have? I do have enough to make. Cool. I'm gonna make over here. And then what this is going to be is all of this and wire. And I'm also gonna throw in the power shards and all of the random stuff, all the stuff that was next to the hub. That's all gonna get thrown in there. We're gonna put wire in that as well. Oop. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab cable. Add it to here because I might be putting cable in there too. Wire and yeah, there we go. So wire, cable, and all the weird random stuff. That's perfect. And I now need a stack of that and a stack of this. I can do I think 2 more is all I need, maybe even. We'll have to see. Put pipe back. Things back, and then we're just gonna delete that one. And in this one, we're gonna throw AI limiters and circuit boards because that should be nice and easy. Boards, and here the gas mask would be the thing to put over here. The beacons I'm gonna put here too, more of that kind of item. And do that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just toss screws in here because there's enough of that. And with that one, right? Put copper sheets in there. We put heavy modular frames in there. Crystal oscillators in there. Then this one we're gonna put iron rods, reinforced plates, and rotors and rotors in this too. And that. We'll move these over there. And we'll just save those. Big deal. And then we're gonna move these to fit the rest of the crap in here. You ready for bed? Ben ready? Okay. we can go do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up this organization stuff and then we're gonna call it. Yeah. Okay. It did. Already messing that up.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, that's fine. Probably just meow, but it's not that big deal. That's all there. And hey, that's actually everything. Okay, cool. That is everything that we were trying to do. That might have gotten a little convoluted along the way, but not the worst. Definitely could have organized that worse. Those shouldn't go there. We'll put that here. We'll move these, dude. There's not enough of those for me to see that quickly, so. And there we go. Yeah, that should be fine. We can live with that. And then these guys are so number that we're just gonna, can you? I don't know. You probably hear the cat. But yeah, there we go. That's that should do it. And we're just nope. I'm not. I can't ignore that. We're gonna put them away. Where do these go? Okay, here, here, and here. Oh, here. Yes. Okay, cool. Sorry, I wish I could ignore that, but I can't. I needed to put that away. Right, so yeah, now we're gonna end and call that a day. And then when we restart all this up, we're gonna be going for making stuff and making the Fixmas things. And you know what, we'll go do we'll do the advent calendar at that episode. We don't need to do that now. It'll be more interesting and better for the content if we don't touch that right now. And we will just pretend like this is the save that existed exactly the way that it does, even though that's gonna obviously look like a lie. Fine. Okay. That's not done yet. Do I just save the wire? I have a lot of wire, though. I don't know if I really feel like waiting for that to go away, though. Why is that not? Oh, okay. In the time that it's taking me to do this, isn't it just going to be gone? It's just going to be gone in the time. Yeah, it's not even that big a deal. Just save that wire. Not even that much. I thought it was more than it was. It's not even that. Save that wire. Yeah, not a problem. Cool. Now we get the whole valley back. We just have all these storage bins. For reasons. Not a problem. What was supposed to go in here? Rods. There's some rods. Okay, cool. And then that's basically it. Yeah, okay, cool. What goes in here? Plates, of course. Concrete, yes. Beautiful. And then that goes in here. There's no screws, so on. Both of those go in here and move on. And then none of that goes here. And then that goes in here. That goes here. Cool. And then the rest is food. That I'll just bag. And we'll just eat the nuts. Not worry about it. Oh, that can go. Okay. Well, we don't even have things for the chainsaw on us right now. We'll put that away. And we don't have the rebar gun stuff out either, or Nobliss stuff out either. So and we'll put that away. We'll deal with that later when we need. Oh, kill something. Well, yeah, usually that we have this stuff on our inventory like permanently, which actually we'll go ahead and just set up. We'll just go ahead and do that. We usually leave the stuff in our inventory so that we can do that stuff. And we probably need to make some more rebar. Yeah, we do. So we'll take some iron rods and make some more ammo. And all that good. That should be everything that needs. And that can go there. That can go there. Chainsaw I usually don't leave out. The gas mask I'm not gonna. I'll go ahead and put it on. And yeah, that should do it. Usually I try to make healing and stuff like a specific like thing I can switch to quickly. That. And we'll go over to the hub, craft some ammo. You know what? I'm not even gonna go over to the hub. I'm gonna delete the hub and put it over here. Thank you. Okay, what did that? Oh, I had a bunch of stuff over there. Oh god. Okay. More of those. Wow, that's a lot of those. More of these, more of that. The shards are in here, right? Where is it? Yeah, that's where I put the power shards. Cool. More of that, more of that. Another chainsaw, a rifle for some reason. Okay, that stuff. The biomass we'll throw in there, the fabric we'll throw. There's not even room for the gunpowder. Yeah, we didn't even do that yet. Oh no, the chainsaw stays. That can go there, and then we've got an extra chainsaw. Cool. And then the flowers we just trashed because they don't matter right now. And yeah, cool. And we do have solid biofuel, but we're not going to worry about that at the moment. The thing we're going to worry about right now is making ammo. Yep. That's what we're going to worry about. And then we're going to end. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. Really appreciate it. That is going to do it for this episode. And we are going to be working on Fixmas in the next stream. So if you want to watch that and come by, I'll try to plan that. Maybe I'll post in the Discord when I'm hoping to get that stream done and going. But you know what, we might even grab Devin on Monday and drag him into this save to do the Christmas event. We might do that. I'm thinking that is what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking I'm gonna grab him and throw him into this save and this Christmas event instead of having to worry about running his stuff. Like, his save needs to progress a lot if he's going to do Fixmas, so we might as well just teach him how to play with the Fixmas event, and that'll be pretty easy to do, and he'll be able to work on factory layouts and stuff on a small scale and not worry about anything too crazy. And then we'll be able to go from there. And again, for Fixmas we need copper, and for Fixmas, and we've got 2 copper lines there that we can merge and that are doing their thing, so we don't have to tear that down completely. And then we're gonna need iron. There's a lot of iron over here that we can do. If we need to stop making screws, we can take some of that stuff, that iron, and bring it down this way. They're not like the best nodes, but they're decent nodes. It's a starting area, so they don't make it like limiting on you too much. It's just kind of far apart, but there's still enough here to make it. So yeah, we'll probably do Fixmas. That'll be neat. So we'll go ahead and do that next stream. I would say definitely expect some of that on Monday. We're definitely gonna have a stream Monday night at 7 with Devin, and we might get another stream with me playing solo, or maybe with Sapa. I'll check out and see what Sapa's doing to maybe do some Satisfactory with him. on this save as well, or maybe his save. Maybe we'll hop on Zappa's save and play with him on his save. But that's gonna do it. We're gonna go ahead and just exit out the whole game. For you guys on Get the Fuck Out, because it's time to get the fuck out. Really appreciate you guys coming by. You know, we definitely have been enjoying the support on the channel, and you know, thank you for coming by and watching the repeats and putting up with the game crashes that we've been having. And you know, hopefully we stop getting those game crashes. Also, I think Caleb 19149, I believe we missed your follow alert on stream, because I don't think we did stream when you snuck that follow in here. So thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. Hopefully you made it to the end of this content for me to acknowledge that. If not, I'll try to remember to do it at the beginning of my next stream. And yeah, anyway, I appreciate you guys, you know, doing you and coming out here and showing all that support, and being you know, an awesome community, coming together and supporting this, you know, this hobby the way that you have. And I'm really looking forward to, you know, getting back into it and getting some content out and playing the games that I want to play, and just playing them a little bit less. Keep it manageable, keep it easy, and help the other things in my life take focus. But you know, we had like 30 views on that last Apex one, you know, the Apex and Mini Motorways stream. We had like 30 views on that, which I was really happy about, so thank you all for that. And you know, we got 14 views on this last Satisfactory stream, and you know, that's pretty average, I'd say, for the channel. So you know, for how little I've been streaming and how long I've been going without putting out content, to have that many of you guys coming back out of our following base and still hitting about 10% of our follower base, you know, coming back and you know, being ready for that content is pretty huge, and I'm really thankful for that. And again, so in case you didn't notice, or in case you didn't know, we do have the 3 channel point options now for what kind of music you'd like to listen to. Those musics are in the upload category of my Twitch page. So if you go to my Twitch page and you look at uploads, you can now listen to the 3 different music loop options to figure out which one you like the most, and then you can use channel points to redeem which one you would like to play. And that is now what we've got going on here. So you know, don't forget about that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be picking one of those loops every stream myself and letting that run. I think we had the jazz and blues loop on for part of that, maybe even most of it. And then we also have a rock loop and a hard rock loop as well. And there should be a funk loop. ETA on that is unknown. It might be a little while. But yeah, that's gonna do it. There are some other videos that I have uploaded to my Twitch page as well. So there's some more uploads in there. There's some highlights on there, and there are some. Actually, that's it. Yeah, so there's the Apex tutorials that I uploaded a while ago. Those are some YouTube videos I made. Quality could be better, but you know, it's there. And you know, some highlights and stuff like that. That if you guys want to check out the uploads and highlights section, I would encourage it, so you can you know, look at the past content, and if you want to look at extra past content, the YouTube VOD channel is the place to go. There's a lot of Satisfactory content on the YouTube VOD channel. So for those that are new to the channel and want more Satisfactory content than I'm putting out, go look at my old stuff. It's going to be the same stream quality. I've had the same microphone the whole time. So, you know, you're not going to be like having to deal with some crunchy mic or some weird thing. Like maybe the audio bounce is a bit different, but for the most part, it should be completely reasonable and nothing I'm not comfortable sending you to watch. So, you know, you can check out that YouTube VOD channel. There's a command to get the link as well. If you don't want to go on YouTube and search over Analytical Gaming VOD channel, just go into my Twitch chat, type YTVOD, and that will bring up the Twitch VOD channel. And then if you just type in the YouTube, you know, !YT, that will pop up the main YouTube channel page, which we haven't posted to in a while. Don't even remember what the fuck's on there realistically. And you can also do you know, !commands, and that will give you a list of the commands that you can do in my chat, alongside some other stuff, I believe. Yeah. something like that. It's a thing. It's been done. I think actually the first message here I don't actually recognize. I think my mods might have been cool and done a thing and made that better than what I did. But yeah, anyway, cool. We're gonna end. Bye everyone. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support, and we'll catch you guys in the next stream, which what's today? Today's Saturday. Maybe tomorrow, definitely Monday. So see you then. Bye.